pleasure to be here on the stage with you, colleagues, as always. And let me also begin by saying I want to thank the Black Caucus. Thank you, Chair Wilkins. And I thank her because she brought her whole team, the Black Caucus, to my small campus over at Princess Anne, Maryland. How many of you been to Princess Anne, Maryland lately? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Princess Anne, as you know, is in a very, very small part of the state of Maryland. And it is also in the poorest county, one of the poorest counties in the state. Before I continue, I want to also thank Warren Thompson. Warren, thank you so much for running my food services on my campus. Appreciate you. The reason I started there is because, as you know, Princess Anne, most people really don't come over toward our part of the state. But please do, I'm going to ask you to come over there. We have the largest campus of any HBCU in the state of Maryland. Excuse me, colleagues. And I know we do because and the most beautiful, you're correct. Thank you, President. That's okay, we got it. But we really are. We're in a small part of the state, in a small little town of 3,000 people, but we sit on almost 1,000 acres, and we're expanding our campus. Let me tell you, for those in the room who may not be familiar, each of our campuses are unique. And here's how the University of Maryland Eastern Shore is unique. We are your 1890 land-grant institution in the state of Maryland. There are only 19 of those in the country. You can clap on that. Yes. So think about that. Now, what does that really mean? And I'll connect it here with entrepreneurism in just a moment. Being an 1890 land-grant institution, it means that when we were founded 136 years ago, we were founded because our people, could not go to a PWI. And we were there for them to open the doors that focused on teaching and agriculture first. As a land-grant institution, it really means we are the anchor institution in the communities of which we serve, and all of our 1890s are in small, rural towns. We are there to help solve the problems of the community, of those individuals who are in those communities. That's why I started by reminding you where we're at, the poorest county in the state of Maryland. So we have problems like food insecurity. We have problems with the coastal bays, trying to determine how you're going to get that good crab cake that we had earlier. You know, how are we going to keep the oysters coming to you like they do? We have problems with homelessness and people who just are with clothes. All of those are agricultural based. What I like to say to people about my institution in the 6 years I've been there, we are the STEAM institution, which means our students are majoring in science, technology, engineering, aviation, agriculture, the arts, and math. And I loop all that together because they come out as major entrepreneurs even before they step out of graduation. I know this for a fact. Kayla Jackson, one of my current undergraduate students, just finished in November competing at a Women's National Business Entrepreneur Center. We were one of 4 HBCUs there. We were there with Howard, with North Carolina A&T, and also with Florida A&M. Kayla Jackson from my institution won the competition. I'm so proud of her. Yes, you can give it up for her. And it was an idea that she had as she was growing up. It was just an idea to open up a business that focuses on personalization of shopping for us. And then there's Ebony Jenkins. Ebony is one of my doctoral students who walked across the stage in December. And I have to tell you, when my students go across the stage, I like to think that I knew them when they were there when they started. And Ebony, I did. Ebony, she was also in the competition. She didn't win, but she placed. And Ebony's focus of being an entrepreneur is about edible bugs. Anybody eat a bug lately? Yeah, I have, because Ebony fed me my first edible bug. Ebony recognized that the food shortage that we have in this country, 9 billion people are going to be out there with no food in the next few years. She started thinking in her PhD, how am I going to solve this problem? And what she came up with is edible bugs. And I'll tell you, you wouldn't even know it. My husband sitting in the front row, he came with me to the meal. It was a 6-course meal. He said, I'm not eating any bugs. 6-course meal. He ate every meal. He ate every course. And there was a bug in everything. That's because Ebony and her research has shown that this is going to be the way that we solve the food insecurity problem of the country.